Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel of 𝐷𝐸 Education. Here we are back with one most important announcement about Shell Graduate Program 2020-24. So in this video, we are going to talk about the eligibility criteria. We will check who is eligible for this program. We will see roles and responsibility of a candidate, and then we'll start filling the registration form. So in this registration form, we will check how many steps are involved and is there any document that we need to carry while filling the registration form or not, right? So before we begin with the registration, I want you to understand who is actually eligible for this particular program, right? So if we are talking about the eligibility criteria, a candidate must be in the final year of the course or have already completed the post graduation with some advanced degree, just like a master's or PhD. And if you have already completed your post graduation degree, then you should not have more than 3 years of experience. And along with that, a candidate should have excellent communication skills and interpersonal skills, right? So these are some basic eligibility criteria of the candidate. And if we are talking about the roles and responsibility, which are actually the candidate is going to serve when he will be in the program. So candidate basically he will be working on the designing and developing the various system, just like process control system, automation system, and the safety system. And along with that, he will be identifying the troubleshoot, and he will be completely responsible to enhance the safety and to improve the safety and to reduce the cost. And apart from this, they can allocate you on some project where you will be directly monitoring that project. So these are some basic, responsibility of a candidate. And after that, once you are done with the registration, obviously you will be getting a call, or they may be get back to you through the email for which you have registered, right? So without wasting our time, let's go and fill the registration form. So registration link we have given in the description box, so everybody please go to the description box where you can find the registration link. So once you will click on that, come to this screen, right? So you can see that this is the official website of Shell Graduate Program 2020-24, or you can say that the landing page. After click on the link, so you can see that this year they are hiring for the 4 locations. The first one is Bangalore, second is Chennai, third is Gurgaon, and the next is Mumbai. And this opportunity is completely full time, right? So you can see there is one article. So in this article, they have mentioned each and everything, why you fit in this Shell organization, what are the roles and responsibility, and what is the eligibility criteria, and what is the deadline. So they have also mentioned the deadline. The deadline is nothing but, I guess, 30th or 31st August 2024. So you have sufficient time. But here, that one thing you need to understand, it is all about the first come first serve service, right? So if you are going to be the first applicants, there are high chances that you will get the confirmation email from the Shell. Okay, so once you will identify whether you are eligible for this program or not, if you are eligible, then you can come and click on the apply now button. You can see on the right hand side at the very top of the screen, we can see a button of apply now. So once you will click on this button, there will be one page for you where you need to, fill your email ID and password if you haven't done any kind of registration on shell.com. So in the very basic stage, they'll ask you to fill your email ID, and they will be asking for the password, which you can see for the future purposes, right? So I have already registered on the shell.com website, so they haven't asked me to register from the fresh. So I have already registered, so I'm going to log in. So from this window, you can log in if you want. If you have already your credentials, you can log in. You can keep your email ID and password here. And if you don't have any login, you can create an account, right? So I already have one account, so I'm going to log in with that account. Wait a second. So you can see that I have entered my credentials, and directly I'll be landing to this page. So this is nothing but the application form or registration form of this program. So here you can see that we have 5 steps to register, to get registered in this event. And the last step is nothing but we need to review all the details which we are going to fill. There is one most important thing, everybody. This form requires all information should be correct, right? Please make sure whenever you are going to fill the information, it should be 100% correct and valid, because after that you won't be able to change or alter any kind of information. That will be completely logged and it will get submitted to the company. Okay, so in the first step, you can see that we need to fill the my information. where before this you should know very well that there is one thing. The star indicates the required field, right? So wherever you see a star, that is mandatory for everyone. Everyone has to fill this field, so this is compulsory, right? So the very first question is nothing but, how did you hear about us? So basically I have got to know about this program from the LinkedIn, so I have selected the LinkedIn, right? So apart from LinkedIn, there are some other options you can choose according to your, how would you get to know about it. The second thing is country or territory. So basically this program is going to run in India, so obviously we will select India. And what is the legal name? So you can see that 1, 2, 3 given name, middle name, family name, local given name. A lot of names are required, but we need not to fill all those names. We are good to go only with the first name, given name. So I have written my full name. If you have any middle name, you can fill in the second box, right? If family name, local given name, local middle name, and local family name is actually not required to get registered, only one name is sufficient, right? So once you have filled your name, you will come to this page, address. You will scroll down the page. So in address, you need to fill the data. It's not compulsory actually, but for the safe side, you can keep it here. So city, postal code, and state in which you are living. Email address. So you can see that I have already registered on this portal, so my email is automatically fetched by the portal, and here it is written, so you cannot change it. So once you will register yourself, please make sure you should fill the email ID which you are using frequently, right? So because you will be getting responses on that email only. If you are filling any other email ID which is not in the use, so maybe you won't get any email, because they will be responding on that email ID on which you have used for the registration. After that, they will be asking for the phone device type. So basically, there will be two options. The first one is landline, second is mobile phone. So please, everybody, just use your mobile phone, because every time we are not available on the landline, right? So then we need to enter the country code, that is +91 for India, and that we need to keep one mobile number with us so that we can fill it, right? So please make sure the mobile number that you are using over there, that should be in the working condition, okay? Because you will be getting a lot of responses. Maybe there are some chances that you can get a revert over a call, so this mobile number should be available. So once you will fill all these details, you need to click on the save and continue button. This information will get saved and you will be on the step number 2. So wait a second. Yes, you can see that we are on step number 2, and here in the second step, it is asking for the work experience. See, if you are a fresher, that you need not to fill this particular column. But if you have any internship, experience, if you have already completed your internship from any company, that you can fill that detail in this particular column. You can see job title, like for which position you applied and you got selected over there, and what was the name of that company, what was your job location or internship location. If you currently working there, you can check this box. Otherwise, you can uncheck this box. And if you are going to uncheck that box, you can see from to. So there is a duration. Okay. So you can fill all that duration carefully. And role description. What was your roles and responsibility when you were there in that organization, right? And if you are still working, then what is your roles and responsibility? You can mention in that box. So if you have completed more than one internship, you can click on the add another button, where you can add the details of the second internship, right? So if you have 2, 3, 4, you can click on the add another button and you can add all the internship which you have completed, right? After that, they'll ask you to fill your academic qualification, right? So here you can see that once you will enter the 4 characters, of the spelling of your college name, then only this particular column will read. So I have selected the university name, the bachelor field of study, and what is the CGPA. I have selected each and everything. So here also we need to fill the duration from to or actual or expected, when you are going to complete, like in the upcoming year or in this year, in any month. So you can fill that data. So if you have more than one qualification, and again you can use this add another button, and you can submit the button, your academic qualification, right? In the next thing, you can see resume, CV, or whatever it is, transcripts, right? So you can upload your resume in this file. So this resume should not be more than 5 MB. So here they have mentioned the size of that resume. Okay. So make sure your resume should be in the PDF format, because whenever we are going to upload a resume in the Word file, there are some chances that your resume, the data gets shuffled from top to bottom or bottom to top. So make sure whenever you are going to upload your resume, it should be in the PDF format. So once you will click on this select file button, automatically you can, select your resume from the source file where you have kept it safe. So when we are done with this basic information, academics, and our internship work experience, again we can come and click on the save and continue button. Every time we need to click on this button so that our information gets saved, right? So when we'll click on the button, you can see there are two questions: application question number one, application question number two. Okay, so in this question some fields are there. So these fields are very important for us to understand. You can see that in all questions they have marked star. It's mean these all information that we need to fill here should be 100% correct, and we need to fill that at anyhow. So there are some questions: are you seeking a permanent full-time employment opportunity at Shell? Then yes, that you need to select yes button. Are you pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or advanced degree, or do you hold one of these degree? So if you have already completed your masters or your PhD, then you can select yes button. Otherwise you can click on the no button, right? So are you a government official, government official, department, agency, company, organization fully? So it's completely like, if you have get any kind of employment from the Shell in last 12 months, or any government contract or any government offer letter in last 12 months, then you can mention in that column. After that, are any of your immediate family members government officials, company, organization, own fully, partially government or public institution? That completely depends on the background which you have, right? So are you currently employed, or have you been employed by Shell auditor or it's affiliated with the last 3 years? So if you have already connected with the Shell, you can select yes, otherwise you can select no. Do you have any financial arrangements with the Shell's auditor? Of course, if you don't have any connection with the Shell, you can select no. If you have any settlement or financial arrangements by Shell, you can select yes. It's completely based on the services in the background which you have. Which of the following most closely describes any experience you have working for the Shells as either a contractor or a direct Shell employee? It's completely based whether you have worked for this organization or not. Do you have the legal right to work in the countries you are applying to? See, here you need to check whether you are completed with your visa, passport. So these are some legal documents which are actually required when we are, traveling from one country to other country. So in the second column, they have asked for the same thing, that visa and other permits, like are you not a politically exposed person, and some other parameters are there which we need to take into consideration while filling this entry. Which of the following most closely describe your future career preference? So there will be a lot of roles, so you can select any of them, like which role you would like to take in the future, and what role actually describes your future. So once you are done with the all basic entries, there will be one more option. See, you need to fill it very, sorry, read it very carefully. A lot of information: health conditions and disability. So a lot of things are there. If you have selected yes, then you can see recruitment team will be in touch with you to understand how can you support her throughout the process. See, it does not mean that if you have any physical disability, then you will not be, or you cannot participate in this program. No, it doesn't mean that if you have any disability or any health condition, then Shell team will be in touch with you, and they will provide you the best infrastructure that they can, right? So once we are done with this application question number one, we need to come and click on the save and continue button. So then we will be come to the question number two. Here you can see that some details are required. So here they will be asking, please note that you will be only be considered for the areas you have identified as the ranked preference and then align with your major and degree level. So they are asking like, select your top five business area preferences. So based on your choice, based on your interest, you can fill the area. So here you can see that once you will click on the drop down button, a lot of departments are there. So you can keep the top most department which you like most, right? And then again second, third, fourth, and fifth. So basically they have already mentioned that based on their preferences, they will be allocated you on those departments, right? So once we are done with this application question number two, and make sure whenever you are filling these details, you have to be very confident that if you have selected that downstream technical, then you should be very much confident in this stream. In the future, if you are going to serve any kind of, if you are getting any chances to serve in this department, then you should have good enough knowledge to survive in this department. Otherwise, this may cause a problem for you. So similarly, second, third, and fourth, fifth. So fifth, you please keep in which you can survive, but as of now, this is not your first preference, right? So based on your interest, based on your area, based on your future preferences, you should fill all these five entries very carefully. Then once we are done with this, again we need to come and click on the save and continue button. So this information is being saved in this application form, so that's why they are asking us to click on the save and continue button. Then voluntary disclosures, here you can see that what is your gender, male, date of birth, and primary nationality. If you have any other alternate nationalities, that you can fill, because some students or some candidates, they have two or more than two nationalities. So India, or second can be Canada or USA or any other nationalities. If you have, you can fill in this column. If you don't have, you can keep it as it is, because this is not a required field. Okay, so again we have to come and click on the save and continue button. All right, so you can see that these are the information which are required or to get registered in this event. So once you will fill all these information, so there will be one review, window for you, where you can review all the information which have been filled by you. So make sure before submitting this form, you please review all the information which you have filled, because sometimes it happens that our keyboard is not working correctly, or some mistyping is there. So that's why you please check each and every column very carefully, especially those option column, like yes or no, yes or no. Because let's consider, if you have selected no and you are coming in that yes category, then obviously this is going to create a problem for you. So to avoid all these mistakes, this will take only 1 or 2 minutes to get reviewed, to take a review from this particular last window. All right, so once we are done with this basic entries, we are done with the registration, and we need to click the submit button, and we have submitted this form. So after that, we will be waiting for their response. We will get the response on the same email ID which we have used for the registration. All right, so make sure guys, your registration email ID, your contact number should be 100% correct. Please mention that email ID and contact number which you are using right now. Do not mention the email ID which you don't use frequently. Okay, so guys, basically this was the complete information about Shell Graduate Program 2020-24. Those who are interested, they can come and fill the form carefully. The link we have mentioned in the description. All right, so apart from this, guys, I want everybody to follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, and just be added in the Telegram channel and follow us on the LinkedIn, because in the upcoming days we will be shooting and posting a lot of content for you, because a lot of companies are going to announce the exam dates. And if you are added in those channels, so obviously you will be getting a lot of updates about the latest hiring, and you will be getting a lot of content. You will be getting free premium access if you have subscribed on these channels, because we have already posted a lot of content. You can go and check the Instagram channel, and in the upcoming days we will be posting a lot of content over there, right? So everybody, please just go and click. You can see we have wait a second. So we have these Instagram channel is there, Aptitech Education. You can type aptitech_education, and you please be added in the Telegram channel. Just follow us on LinkedIn and get added in the WhatsApp group. All these 4 links we have mentioned in the description. So just go to the description, click on the link, and follow us on the Instagram. And please, if you want to get registered in this 2020-24 Shell program, so you have to click on the registration link which is given in the description, right? So all right guys, so we are done with the session. So everybody, please follow us on these 4 channels, because we have a lot of contents. In the upcoming days we will be giving you a lot of excited news about it, and we'll be posting a lot of hiring updates. So all the best for the future, and please just be added in those 4 channels. All right, so have a good day everyone. Bye bye.